I, 29M, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend Sarah, 26F, for 9 months. We haven't moved in together, but we spend most weekends as a couple and have started talking about sharing a home next year. The problem is Sarah's family. They contact her nonstop and she instantly prioritizes their needs over our plans. This includes her parents, siblings, and even distant relatives like uncles and cousins. They seem to view her as their personal errand runner and emotional anchor. Take last weekend, for example. We had arranged a kayaking trip for Saturday, planned for weeks. On Friday evening, her dad called, saying he needed a lift to the mechanic at 6:30 a.m. because his truck was acting up. Sarah agreed immediately, canceling our kayaking plans. When I suggested her dad could take a rideshare or ask one of her siblings who lived nearby, she acted as if I'd suggested something unthinkable. This kind of thing happens all the time. We've had to cancel dinner dates because her cousin needed a last-minute babysitter. We've left concerts early because her sister had a fight with her boyfriend and needed Sarah to intervene. I've lost track of how many of our plans have been derailed by her family's minor issues, which only Sarah seems capable of resolving. What frustrates me more is that her family expects me to drive her around. Sarah's car is old and prone to breakdowns, so when her family calls, she assumes I'll chauffeur her to their place, which is an hour away. Last month alone, I drove her there 5 times to help with tasks like rearranging furniture, setting up for a family picnic, or accompanying her mom to pick out a dress for a party. I don't mind lending a hand occasionally, but I feel like an unpaid taxi service. Her family never directly acknowledges my effort, offers to cover gas, or considers my time valuable. When I suggested to Sarah that we reserve 1 weekend a month just for us, she called me selfish and said, "Family always comes first." The tipping point was last Monday, my birthday. We were at a nice restaurant when her uncle called, upset about a broken furnace. Sarah wanted to leave right away to help, and when I suggested we at least finish our meal since her uncle has a wife and grown kids who could handle it, she accused me of not valuing family loyalty. I explained that while I admire her devotion, our relationship always seems secondary to her family's demands, no matter how trivial. She brushed it off, saying that's just how families operate and that I'd understand if I were truly committed to her. Am I wrong for wanting some limits here? I care deeply for Sarah, but it feels like I'm in a relationship with her entire extended family, who treat my time and car as their personal resources. Edit. Thanks for the feedback. To address some questions, Sarah has a standard 9-to-5 desk job, so her work doesn't clash with family demands. Her family isn't facing major crises or health problems. It's usually small tasks like help me rearrange the garage or drive me to the mall. I've brought this up with Sarah multiple times, but she insists I'm blowing it out of proportion, and that helping family is normal. Her siblings, aged 23 to 31, are adults with their own vehicles and lives, yet they also lean on Sarah constantly. Top comments. Commenter 1, not the asshole, NTA. This isn't typical family closeness, it's codependency. Healthy families don't demand one person drop everything all the time, and they definitely don't expect the partner to act as a free driver. You're not asking her to cut ties, just for reasonable boundaries. Reply from OP. Sarah keeps saying this is how real families function, but none of my friends deal with anything like this. When I mentioned that my family doesn't call me multiple times a week for immediate help, she said my family must not be close-knit. It's made me wonder if I'm from some detached family or if this is genuinely excessive. I started tracking, and in the last month, Sarah has disrupted or canceled our plans. I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.